Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 2 of this unboxing. Should be some fun stuff inside. Some oddball stuff, actually. Some risque stuff, actually. This one will be interesting. If you like the more underground comics, well, this is a video for you. So, but we'll get right into some other stuff as well. There's some pretty cool things in here. First is a really cool book, actually, right off the top. This is one that I was super excited to get, actually. This is Popular Teenage Love, number 18, I believe. And it's just a classic LB Cole cover, Hayloft. LB Cole covers are pretty awesome for the fact that there's so many details. So you got this couple in the hayloft, but you got all this stuff going on in the background, like campfire stuff. There's a guy playing the guitar and people around. And then another funny thing about LB Cole covers, and I don't know why he does this. It doesn't make any sense to me, but so many of his covers do this, is he has these little text blurbs that you'd need like a magnifying glass to read. It's just like really hard to read. I'll leave it there. Hopefully you guys can read it. I can't read it. He held her, oh wait, I can maybe read it. Hey, he held me close as the sweet smell of the new mow hay and romantic music from around the campfire combined to make me feel a romantic headlessness. I knew I was in love. The thrilling adventure of young love are captured. The thrilling adventures of young love are captured in this breathtaking pages of pulsating issue. So actually not too bad. Normally it's really hard to read these. So not too bad. The Secrets of Love. Pretty cool book. Popular Teenagers. Just a really cool book. Popular Teenagers number 10. I like LB Cole, so definitely a cool book. Oh, wow. Okay, so some of this is not so cool, but this next thing that's under this is really cool. Okay, so this first one is X-Men. I believe this is, like, I think a lot of things got mixed up because this is part of the Comic Tom like mystery box. This is like one of 2,000 that they produced. It's 199 copies, but it's like a Rogue. And it's just a really great Rogue cover. Rogue/Good Girl cover from Comic Tom exclusive. But yeah, it's like the Jungle Land, or what's it called? Savage Lands, I should say. Some Savage Lands. And as I said, they're really mixed up because in between that and another Comic Tom is this one. This is the LB Cole Thrilling Comics number 78. Yeah, so I just kind of a cool one. Didn't pay much for it. I think it was like $40 or something like that. But it's, you know, cool not LB Cole, Alex Schomburg cover. The later issues of Thrilling Comics actually fairly affordable. You can pick them up from anywhere from $50 to $100 kind of range. You know, in mid-grade. The earlier issues of Thrilling Comics are like the airbrush ones. They go for considerable money, but this is kind of a still cool, you know, Alex Schomburg cover. And then we got another Comic Tom, as I said, just underneath. Oh, this must be the more rare one. I actually finally get a rarer Comic Tom cover. This is the Gargoyles one, and this is limited to 1,100, so slightly more rare. So this is the cover by Marco Masterzao. Totally brutalizing that name. Mastra Razzo? I love trying to pronounce names and totally goofing on it. Okay, so but a very cool cover. You did a good job. You guys can probably pronounce it better than I can. So yeah. Oh well, I tried. Okay, but this next thing that's underneath all of that was actually something that's pretty funny and cool. Wow, they really taped it down though. I don't know why they taped it so much. It's like here. Let's see if I can get all this tape off. Okay, so as a humorous thing, I've been getting into the Ferret, and this next thing is part of the Ferret collection. But it's actually pretty cool. It's a pretty cool part of the collection. I'll show it to you once I get it untaped. They went out of their way to protect the dollar bin book. It's like, what? So much protection for such a like, I get like really expensive books, like literally they're $1,000 books, and they're like in like toilet paper kind of protection, like really terrible protection. And this one, it's like literally a dollar bin book, and they wrap it like they wrapped it so much, and it's like the wrapping's more valuable than the comic. It's like, what are you doing? I don't get people sometimes. It's funny. It's I just think it's really great when people take the time to take really good care of a very valuable book. Oh man. Okay, so this is almost, they really taped it well. It's just insane how much tape they used. One sec here, one more. So yeah, so I'm building up the suspense here. I'm building up the suspense on such a major book, major dollar bin book. Okay, so it is the Ferret #1. This is the second series, but it's kind of a cool book because it's actually shaped like his head. They actually, it's trimmed like the way his head is. So I think that's kind of fun. And I believe it's not just one issue that's in here. It should be two. And I'll open it up and show you something. So this was a collection, a Ferret collection of all things. So we got Ferret #1. Okay. Also, we have Malibu Sun, #17. This is actually the first appearance of the Ferret. Like, oh man, my Ferret collection. This, so you can see that this previews this book. And this came out earlier than his first appearance. So it's I'm not sure if this actually did come out before his first appearance, believe it or not. Danger, the Ferret joins the Protectors universe. I'm not sure if this actually did come out before because he actually made his first appearance in the Protectors #1. But I'm not sure if this is in between Protectors #1 and Ferret #1. So just an interesting book. It's like the rabbit holes that we go down as collectors. Oh my goodness. Okay, well that's now part of my Ferret collection. Okay, so the next book, oh, this is a good one. I really like this. Is a Dan Parent variant cover for Archie, and this is the Jessica Rabbit variant with Cheryl Blossom. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. Very cute. So Dan Parent does Cheryl Blossom like Jessica Rabbit. That's fun. This next book is really interesting. Actually, I'm glad that they kind of put it in a nice little case as well. So this one is a pretty major book in a weird way. So I was watching a video on some other channel. I forget the channel. I wish I could remember the channel name. But they were talking about books that were either discontinued or recalled or had some issues. This was one of those books where it was controversial. And it's Hallie, the Hooters girl. And this one, they got sued majorly because of, the copyright for Hooters. So Hooters did not appreciate them making a superhero character about Hooters girls. So this book had to get recalled. So finding copies of it is actually quite hard. There are this is the first printing. There's actually multiple printings of a book that was recalled, which is always funny. Yeah, this is the collector collector edition Cabbage Comics issue #1 from January 1998. So kind of a fun one. I like controversial comics, and this is one of those controversial comics. So Hallie the Hooters Girl. Speaking of controversial comics, but this is not necessarily controversial, it's just it's just a little bit disturbing. This is Barfly #1. It's a special glow-in-the-dark one. This was like a Comic-Con exclusive variant where it glows in the dark. It's kind of a cool cover with this fly giving the #1 symbol. And it's kind of funny. He's like eating a burger. He's kind of digesting it there. And it's from the world of Minor Threats from Dark Horse. This is kind of a cool book. Actually quite hard to get these, strangely. People on eBay kind of wanted big money for them. I managed to snag a copy for a reasonable price, like $20, which I think is a reasonable price. Unlike some of the other people that were selling these on eBay who were asking unreasonable prices for them, I was able to snag a reasonable priced one. So that's that. Okay, so this next thing is a collection of books that I got from Pockets Full of Comics. He actually, oh my goodness, he actually encountered a really awesome deal. I think it was like $1 or $2 per book that he paid to buy a collection of books. And in that collection of books, you could buy, the way he was describing it was, they would sell like short boxes or like very short boxes of comics. And you had to buy all the ones in that short box, but they were $1 each, okay? And the box that he first got of short box, and you could actually look through them, but you just had to buy the whole short box. The first short box that he picked up had a giant size X-Men #1, Amazing Spider-Man 300, and a bunch of other reasonably good keys, each for $1. It was just like so insane. So he picked that up, and then he picked up some other stuff, some random stuff. Well, he was, these are not ones that he would normally keep, but I thought they were kind of cool underground comics. The first one is very risque. We'll pretend it's not what it looks like it is. This is Softcore. It's like a bit of an adult theme. I'll quickly show that and go on to the next one. The next one is Barbarian Killers. And Barbarian Killer Funnies number what? Just number, I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. Number. It's a wraparound cover. You got I see I'm censoring it. Got a naked girl in the back there. But just a really cool book. 75 cents. I'm not sure if this is the first print or second print. Let's see. It looks like so this is actually quite cool. I didn't know what this was. So looking inside, Barbarian Killer Funnies #1 from 1974 by T-Bird, not for reprinting without written permission. This mess is published by Bud Plant. So that's kind of interesting. Bud Plant was a comic book dealer, I believe, in California, because I remember seeing ads with him. So that's kind of fun. And then we got another Barbarian Comics. This is another one, kind of interesting cover. I'm not sure what's going on there, but really interesting looking. What's it look like inside? Okay, I'm trying to find a page that I can actually show. It's very risque. Well, some of it's not bad artwork inside. Actually, I showed the wrong page. Whoops. Okay, lots of naked people. Okay, so these are very adult, very adult comics. These will go into my underground comics collection. Then we got another Barbarian Comics. This is Barbarian Comics #1. I'm not sure what that other issue was. These are fun. These are interesting. Very interesting artwork inside and stuff. You can tell that they are very underground press, like very, you know, the paper and, you know, very, you know, typical underground comics kind of style, where it's almost like, looks like somebody did it on their typewriter kind of thing. Okay. And then we got another Barbarian Comics. I think this one has a sticker on it, which is kind of annoying. They put a 75-cent sticker on it. But it's got Barbarian Comics, 1976. This is number 3, issue number 3. That's kind of cool. And then we got another Barbarian Comics. This one looks like Simon Beasley art a little bit. I wonder if it says cover by Jack Jackson. Interesting. I'll quickly show it. A little bit of, but very cool artwork. It has a very Simon Beasley look to it, in my opinion. Oh wow, it even comes with a poster inside. I'll kind of sort of semi-show it. There's a little poster inside, which is fun. Very cool book. Okay, very fun. Okay. And then we got Armageddon number 1. Has a really crazy back cover too. Okay. And this one I have to censor a little bit. We got Armageddon number 2. Interesting look. Then we have Paranoia. Those are interesting. These are all kind of cool underground comics. Look at this one. The back of it is crazy. And okay. Then we have Psychotic Adventures, number 2, I believe. Yeah, number 2. Isn't that kind of weird? Kind of reminds me of Crossed or something like that. It's very odd. Let's see what the inside artwork is like. So these are very, you know, typical underground comics, you know, black and white inside, and kind of interesting. Okay, and then we got two more, sorry. We got Psychotic Adventures Illustrated number 1. Wow, crazy, crazy. I didn't even realize what I was showing. Look at the craziness in the back too. Oh my goodness. Wow, really crazy cover. These underground comics, quite extreme. Now this last one is the interesting one. This is the one I really wanted. Those other ones were not so high on my list, but this one is the one I really was interested in. This is Spaced, number 1. And the thing that's interesting about it is it's a sci-fi, obviously. It looks like almost like a sci-fi parody of Star Wars. Because you got this kind of Princess Leia-like character, but like, you know, look at her hairstyle. Well, this actually came out several years before Star Wars. I think this is from 1974, but Star Wars is 1977. So let's see. I'm pretty sure this came out several years, 1974, and it just happens that the character looks like Princess Leia. It's almost like a first appearance or prototype for Princess Leia. I'm not sure if she's shown inside the comic where she has that hairstyle or not. Let me just see. I think it's just the cover. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Actually, she's inside as well. Okay, I kind of have to censor this, but I want to show it because she's inside the book as well, but it looks really like Princess Leia. Look at that. Okay, wait. Hopefully nobody saw that. But this is like very Princess Leia-like, isn't it? Isn't that odd? And this came out years before, like this is 1974, several years before Star Wars. Yeah, very odd. Very odd. Yeah, so the only thing that's kind of different about her is she has that long ponytail going down behind her. But very similar to Princess Leia. Very odd. So kind of like a key book. that book actually is the one that goes for the most money. It's a really rare book. There's actually 2 variations to it. So this variation, which is like where there's nothing in here, it's just plain. But there's other one where there's little bats that are all around here. I'm not sure what the difference is between the 2 other than the bats being there, but they're both considered to be first printings. So yeah, so that was part 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Some very odd mix of stuff. Stay tuned for part 3. It will get even more interesting. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.